Have you ever heard about the Terracotta Warriors, one of the world's 8 wonders? Today we are discovering the story about the owner of the Terracotta Warriors, Qin Shi Huang. He's been dead for over 2,000 years, and yet no one has dared to open his tomb. They say his body never decayed, still resting deep underground. His burial mound stands in plain sight. Yet it's treated like a forbidden zone. No one dares to cross the line. This is the tomb of the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang. I'm Brian. Today I'm taking you through time and through stone, into a place that even modern technology fails to touch, the forbidden tomb of the first emperor. When it comes to Qin Shi Huang, some people in China admire him, others hate him. Some call him a tyrant, but no one can ignore him. He became king at 13. He unified 6 rival states, built the Great Wall, paved royal highways, standardized writing, weights, and measures. Can you imagine? Over 2,000 years ago, he basically merged all of ancient China into one giant empire. He wasn't just a ruler, he was a ruthless empire maker with a bloody ambition. But here is the twist. This emperor, obsessed with immortality, died at age 49. He dreamed of ruling forever, but his empire collapsed just 15 years later, and his bloodline was completely wiped out. His life was a mix of power, mystery, tragedy, and that same energy flows into his tomb, which lies deep beneath the earth, untouched for 2 millennia. So just how massive, how crazy is Qin Shi Huang's tomb? He started building it the same year he became king, at 13. And how long did it take? 39 years, with over 720,000 workers. That's right, basically every skilled worker in the country was put into this project. The tomb complex covers 56.25 square kilometers. That's the size of 78 forbidden cities, or over 8,000 soccer fields. And at the center of it all is the massive burial mound we see today. It rises over 50 meters high and hides a 9-layer structure underneath, built from compacted earth and stone. If you wanted to dig into the underground palace, you'd have to break through the equivalent of an 8-story building's worth of dirt and stone. And just one wrong move could trigger ancient traps. It's not that no one wants to dig. It's that no one can. So far, archaeologists have only found 2 ancient tunnel attempts. Each goes only about 9 meters deep, still more than 200 meters away from the actual tomb chamber, to this mega structure. Those tunnels are basically like ant burrows, according to ancient records. What's hidden inside the underground palace? Rivers and lakes made of flowing Mercury, a ceiling of stars representing the cosmos, countless deadly traps and hidden weapons, eternal mermaid oil lamps that never go out. Yes, back when electricity didn't even exist, this underground world already had self-sustaining lighting and an advanced terrain simulation system. They even recreated the entire empire, mountains, rivers, valleys, right under the dirt. And here is the kicker. Modern scientific scans have confirmed it. Soil tests show mercury levels hundreds of times higher than normal around the tomb's core. This isn't just a grave. It's a buried replica of the Qin Empire, an underground version of Xianyang. the capital city. Magnetic scans reveal 9 tiers inside the tomb, with rooms, corridors, and chambers, like a real-life underground pyramid maze. In 1974, a group of farmers near Xi'an were digging a well when they hit something strange. What looked like a clay human head. It spooked them. They moved and dug again, and hit another one, then another. Eventually, they realized they had uncovered a whole line of clay warriors. That's when experts were called in, and the world discovered what we now know as the Terracotta Army. So far, 3 main pits have been excavated, revealing over 8,000 life-size clay soldiers, plus tens of thousands of bronze weapons. And this is just the beginning. Experts believe there were over 600 more burial pits in the tomb complex. If we ever open the actual tomb, we might find row after row of these warriors guarding the emperor's coffin. But how detailed are these figures? Here is a fun fact. No 2 terracotta soldiers look the same. Every face is unique. No molds, no copies. Each one was sculpted individually. And here is something really odd. The average height of the soldiers, 1.8 meters. That's taller than today's average Chinese male. It's strange, right? We used to think ancient people would be shorter due to malnutrition. But if these statues were fake, mass-produced dummies, wouldn't they all be the same height? Instead, every detail, height, face, hands, was custom sculpted. These statues were likely based on real humans, recreated at a 1:1 scale. And get this, originally the Terracotta Warriors were fully painted. They had skin tones, hair color, armor painted in vivid colors, just like real people. Imagine this. You are in a pitch-black underground tomb, and suddenly you see a row of warriors that look exactly like real men, silently staring at you. Terrifying, right? But once these figures are unearthed, the paint begins to oxidize and fade. So excavation has to be done incredibly carefully. And it's not just soldiers. Archaeologists have also found generals, chariots, stable boys, scholars, imperial guards, even bronze geese and ducks in ceremonial ponds. If the terracotta pits are this incredible, just imagine what's inside the actual tomb. It's mind-blowing to think people 2,000 years ago pulled off something this massive and complex. Think tribes are just myth? Nope, they are real. Legend says the tomb was rigged with the gravity-triggered crossbow traps. One wrong step and you are turned into a human pincushion right into the stone walls. And that Mercury? Not just decorative. It was used to simulate terrain, regulate humidity, and kill intruders. When it evaporates, Mercury turns into toxic vapor. Break the tomb seal, breathe it in, and you are dead within hours. So unless you are a superhuman tomb raider from some fantasy novel, the moment you step into this place, you are entering a deadly dungeon, not a treasure hunt. People always ask, so when are they finally going to open it? Well, technically, China started scanning the tomb back in 2002 under Project 863. They used over 50,000 boreholes to map the internal layout of the burial mound. So they basically know where everything is. But no one's dared to dig. Why? We don't have the technology to excavate without destroying the artifacts. The place is full of ancient booby traps. One wrong move and boom. Most importantly, there is respect. The First Empire has been resting undisturbed for 2,000 years. Just because we're curious doesn't mean we should rob him of eternal peace. So what exactly is the tomb of the first emperor? A futuristic underground world, far ahead of its time, a deadly palace of traps and tech, or maybe a hidden gateway to immortality. Maybe we will never know. But that's what makes it so fascinating. It's the greatest unsolved mystery Qin Shi Huang left behind. And it might just be the most mysterious treasure in Chinese history. If you are into history, mystery, and ancient tech, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. In the next episode, we will explore more ancient secrets hidden by time.